So once you've explored the existing presentations, I'm going to walk you through the basic tool for creating a new presentation. Again, super basic overview just so you can see what the options are. When you click on New Presentation in your library, it's going to call it Untitled Presentation, and it's going to give you some options. Your first option is to add a slide. When you click on Add Slide, it'll ask you what you want to do. Do you want to add content? In which case you have the choice from a slide, a video, audio, a slideshow, field trip, which is in beta, PDF viewer, or a live Twitter stream. So you can embed any of those things into your slide. You also have the option to add web content. If you do that, you enter the website URL that students will see, noting that Flash websites would not work on iOS devices, that's iPhone, iPad, etc. So for example, let's say I wanted to take the students to CNN. I can test that link. The link definitely works. I can go back to my presentation. I can save that as an embedded web page. If I go back to the add slide option, add web content was what we were just looking at. There's also add activity. So this is how you're going to assess your students. You've got your open-ended questions, poll, quiz, draw it, fill in the blanks, and matching pairs. I'm just going to show you what one fill in the blank slide would look like, for example. So you've got options of text style and colors. You type or paste your text in here. So this is going to be my test. Next, you're going to want to click words on the right to add to the word bank. So going test. You'll see that the fill in the blank slide has been added. When we click on it to look at it, it says this is going to be my test. When the students get it, they'll get a blank sentence. It will say this is blank to be my blank, and they go ahead and drag going and test over in there. And then you can continue to add content like that. Delete slide, preview, share, duplicate, and then when you're done with your presentation, you're going to click publish, and that will allow you to be able to show the presentation. I'm going to go back to my library, and I'm just going to very quickly show you a presentation that I have created so you can see what it would look like. And then I'm going to set you loose to create your own. So one of the presentations that I created last year was this one on civil rights. You'll see that it's published. And I can preview it here. This is the cover page, the civil rights movement. Here are the objectives: to understand the concept of civil rights and civil liberty, to evaluate the roles played by LBJ, MLK Jr., and J. Edgar Hoover. There's a PowerPoint that I added in here that students can review. There's some questions about the Civil Rights Act. There's a web page that lists the Civil Rights Act. There's a simpler web page that breaks it down for them. There's an assessment piece. There's a PDF for them to read. There's a little bit of content, another question, another website, an assessment piece, another like intro, another website, another assessment piece, and so on and so forth. And then the final thing I'm going to show you is I want to show you what the reports will look like, just very, very briefly. And so if you click on reports, it'll take you to all of the sessions that you've done, and you can see how well students performed. So that civil rights one that I just showed you, if I click on here, on Wednesday, May 20th, I had 10 students complete it. This is a brief overview of how many students participated, what answers they got correct. It lists the names of the students, the percentage that they got correct. You can sort it by quiz, by poll, by open-ended, and then you can download a session view of all the students or a student view for an independent student, and you can select the student there. And so that, again, that's just a brief overview of what your Nearpod would look like and what the reports would be.